this is a game called Prey, released in 2006. It came out, was pretty good, sold pretty well. It's a good game. I really like it. Made on the idTech 4, I think? idTech 4? idTech 4 engine, so the same thing as Doom 3 and Quake 4. But what's interesting about Prey is actually Prey 2, the sequel that was supposed to happen. Prey 2 was a game being developed by the same team behind this, Human Head Studios, and it was supposed to release around 2011, 2012, I believe.
Yeah, okay, calm down.
But yeah, it was supposed to release around 2011, 2012, and it didn't.
Nasty.
Oh. Little guy. But the story is, so, Human Head Studios, actually, we'll start before that. 3D Realms. You guys know 3D Realms. They did the first Duke Nukem Forever games. Not Duke Nukem Forever. The first Duke Nukem games. Duke Nukem Forever was Gearbox. But, 3D Realms started development on a game called Prey. It was a much different game than this, although it still had the same portal mechanics that this game has. But, Prey started development with 3D Realms, I believe, right before Duke Nukem 3D. I'll fact check that, but right before Duke Nukem 3D, and it featured a guy named Talon Brave, or so he was called. However, this game was just, too cool, apparently, so it had to be canned, and was eventually shipped off to Human Head to finish it up. And by finish it up, I mean make the game. So yeah, Human Head
Oh my god.
did their development, did their time with Prey, and made this. And I really liked Prey 2006. But
Oh shit.
But afterwards, Human Head were like, okay, well, there's more to be told here. So let's start development on Prey 2. So, Prey 2 starts development. There was some IP shifting, and because I think 3D Realms was out of the picture by now, because they'd already shipped off Duke Nukem Forever to Gearbox, I think. But, because the license to Prey was no longer a 3D Realms thing, I think it was given to Bethesda. Foreshadowing. But, so Bethesda now has the rights to Prey, and they go to Human Head and they're like, hey, I know you're working on this cool Prey game, Prey 2, I know you're working on Prey 2, and it looks really good. So, I will...
No. This is fucked up.
So, we're gonna let you finish Prey 2, we'll release it, and then, it'll all be cool. You guys will have a new game, you'll be able to finish your project, we'll get money. So yeah, development continues, goes really well, apparently. About 90% of the game's finished. Then they show it off at, I don't think it was E3, but there was a trailer for Prey 2. And it's gorgeous, looks great, 100%. Got bounty hunting mechanics, you got sliding, clambering, like double jumps, like boosts, cool looking guns, an awesome setting, the UI looks pretty rad. Looks like it would have been a really, really great game.
Jet, I'll find a way to get you off that thing.
And then, suddenly, it's cancelled.
How do I stop this?
Just done. And Bethesda, keep in mind, this is Bethesda, said that Prey 2 just didn't live up to our quality expectations. Bethesda said that Prey 2 did not live up to their quality expectations. Let me repeat. Bethesda The people who released Fallout 76 said that Prey 2 was not to their quality expectations. I smell bullshit. Apparently later on some devs said that what happened with Prey 2 was petty and political. So, that's cool. Thanks, Bethesda, you fucking dickheads. Anyway, so eventually Prey 2 was canned, and then the Prey license was given to Arcane to make their own Prey 2. But that version of Prey 2 was canned, and then they made their own game that was completely separate from the Prey universe, but because they had the license, they called it Prey, because Prey is a cool name. It's a cool name. It's awesome. But yeah, Prey 2 2017 is good. Great game. It's not Prey, though. It's just a different franchise. Like, the only connection that I remember from Prey 2017 is that it takes place on a space station, and your main weapon is a wrench. But, let's talk about Prey 2, the ending to Prey 2. So, Prey 2, you would have played as a guy named Killian Samuels, I want to say Killian Samuels. But, who was a U.S. Air Marshal that was on a plane crash that crashed into the thing that we're on right now called the Sphere. Anyway, takes place a few years after that. Killian Samuels is now a bounty hunter on a thing called, I believe it's called Exodus, a alien space-like planet. And he's a bounty hunter. He's the only human on Exodus. So, throughout the game, Killian would have used this device, which, like, you know,
Are you hurt?
he puts onto people, and then they warp him away to...
This looks safe.
They warp him away to the bounty or whatever. But you would have eventually met Tommy, the main character of Prey 1, this game, and you would have fought with him as the Keepers, the main antagonists.
It is time to let go of the mortal world, Tommy. Time to become a part of the sacred fire.
Try not to talk over this too much.
Go, now.
But you would have fought alongside Tommy to what the Keepers called the War Sphere, which was a larger, more militarized sphere
Join me.
that would have destroyed Earth.
What is
But
this?
as you get to the end of the
Where
game,
am I?
Killian would have found out that
Talon?
he had done this thousands upon thousands of times because he walks into a room and there are just corpses littering the room, and they're all Killian, which would have played into the respawn mechanic. So the respawn mechanic was that every time you died, you would have woken up in Killian's apartment on Exodus, and you would have continued the story from there or whatever. But so it turns out that Killian had gone through all of this thousands and thousands of times, fighting along Tommy as they tried to destroy the War Sphere. Very cool. Anyway, the game would have ended with Killian jumping out of the War Sphere as it blows up, placing his bounty catching device onto himself, and warping to Earth. He would have... So cool. So cool. I love this game. But he would have, you know, lived out a long, happy, loving life. He would have had a wife, a kid, family. And the game would have ended with him passing away peacefully
Where am I?
in a hospital room, surrounded by family, loved, happy.
Of the ancients.
And then he wakes up in his apartment on Exodus.
Crap, it's a bunch of
And that's the end of the game.
bullshit.
And I think that's really, really fucking
I
cool.
don't believe this.
Your beliefs will soon change.
But yeah,
How did I get
sucks that we will probably never get to play that game, because it's locked away in Bethesda's fucking vault.
here? He's been dead since I
That's
was a
so
boy.
cool.
All your life
That's
you have
so
rejected
cool,
the race of
Bethesda.
ancestors.
So cool.
You must embrace your heritage
God damn it.
if you are to survive.
I don't have
Fucking
time
hate
for this.
Bethesda.
Jen's in trouble. I've got to find her.
Anyway,
You must learn
that's about
the
all I wanted to
old
say.
medicine, Tommy.
This game's great. I love Prey.
Only way.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
show
about
you.
it. Bye-bye.